Hart Hagerty, the founder of HART Jewelry. I'm so excited to be here. We've already met and are buddies, and I've gotten to wear your beautiful jewelry. I'm just so excited to chat with you.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
So happy for you to be here all the way from Charleston.
Yes.
Yes.
Ma'am.
So born and bred Charleston girl, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm actually 7th generation, believe it or not.
Stop it.
My parents were next door neighbors on this old street.
Oh my God.
They're still madly in love.
They are.
It's really cute.
That's how my parents were. My parents met, my mom was 16 and my dad was 18.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in some ways it's like such a blessing. In other ways, I feel like they set such a high bar. They're obsessed with each other. They never fight.
Never fought.
And I'm like, wait, this is the standard?
I know. My husband will be like, Whitney, I don't think you realize that the environment you lived with was like pretty abnormal. And most people are like not as happy as that. So when we disagree or I raise my voice or something happens, like it's not the end of the world. I'm like,
sweet of him.
You know,
my husband and I say the same thing, or he says the same thing to me. And we've learned, like, I adore my husband. He's my everything.
Of course. Goes without saying.
But like we obviously have some like rough patches or whatever every now and then. And it's just, it took me a while to like get used to that because I was never exposed to that when I was little.
Completely.
I don't think my parents ever argued once in front of me.
No. And like, sometimes I think about that now. I'm like, are we doing a disservice to our children? Like, would it have been better if we heard a little bit of like conflict resolution in the house so that the confrontation didn't scare us as much? But
I think so.
I think so.
We're going to mess up our kids in some shape or form. So
completely. But no, we're so lucky. Okay. So you
grew up in
Charleston.
Let's see. Both of my parents are artists. So my dad is a retired plastic surgeon, but he was a painter. He is a painter. My mom was a poet, like very creative, very like kind of woo-woo household. Like my mom would read like roomy poetry to us at dinner.
That's amazing.
And it definitely, like, we spent a lot of time in nature at our country house. And you know, and also growing up in Charleston, it's just such a beautiful place. Like you've been, I grew up in a really old house, and it definitely informed like my values and my aesthetics and how I have, you know, especially even my designs today. Yeah. So I feel really lucky to have been in that like really creative, like just beautiful environment. And now I'm back.
Yeah. No, honestly,
I had like a stint a long way away, but now I'm back.
Yeah, you're back. I have a similar experience with you. My mom was an art teacher and my dad was in the fashion industry. It's so nice. Like I think about that too in raising Sonny. I'm like, I don't want to push. So I want him to just be him. Right. Like I'm so grateful for the environment that I grew up in, but I also don't want to just like completely shape him. You know what I mean?
Yes. I think about that too, like how much also our kids, because I have 2 little girls, 5 and 3.5, and how much they're just constantly absorbing and watching. And I've been doing a lot of, my whole life I've been doing a lot of reflection on how my past has informed like who I am today. And it just, I'm very conscious now of what my kids are, just what they're absorbing every day. They're just these little sponges, and I'm so fascinated to see what they turn out, who they turn out to be. And I was just thinking about this too on the way over here. Like, I feel like my number one job as a mom is to find out like what they're good, besides keeping them safe and everything. Of course. Like to find out what they're really good at and passionate about, like they're naturally good at, and like push them to do it or support them to do it, and not, shelter them from the ups and downs. But to me, like just really helping them like find their passion,
like find their purpose. Yes. I'm so with you. I think that nurturing your child's passion is probably the most important thing that you can do. And even just like taking the time to discover what it really truly is, beyond all the layers of the stuff that everybody else is doing. Exactly. Like, what is it that your kid is like completely connecting to? And
I feel like I'm still doing that with just myself as completely, a grown-up, completely like thinking about like, my business has pivoted a little bit in the last, like I started out with just doing like tassel earrings, and then I moved into these like bracelets and coins, and now I'm doing full on, like every charm and every pendant has like a different meaning attached to it. And it's all about this storytelling about who you are. And to me, that journey of the business is actually really aligned with like my personal journey of like we share something in common. We're both like obsessed with manifestation and you know, finding out like who we really are at our core. And I think like when I changed the business or pivoted the business to reflect like my own interests, like align with what I'm super fascinated in, which is again like manifestation, self-improvement, authenticity, connection, nature, like that's when the business really took off and was having that like alignment.
Because it was so true to you.
Yes.
That's what I'm on this similar journey right now too. Like I'm feeling like I'm 40 years old. I don't really want to be like a quote influencer or like content creator anymore. I really find value in creating, like helping entrepreneurs like create products or brands or visually like the aesthetic of a brand. And I'm like, that may not be as like sexy or at the beginning make as much money as I could as just like an influencer or content creator, but I want to align more with like where my purpose and passion lie and go back to who I was before I was on the TV show. Because the TV show forced me into this box of like now then being in front of a camera and then having to like tune into social media and sell myself. And I don't get me wrong, like I don't resent that or like whatever, but it's true. You have to be constantly evolving and looking at how our jobs are evolving with us and how they're serving us.
Exactly. And peeling back those layers. And my favorite resource of mine, I don't know, I'm sure you've heard of her because she's based in LA, Lacey Phillips.
I haven't heard of Lacey Phillips. To Be Magnetic.
Her program is really cool. And I think the biggest thing for manifestation for me, the biggest lesson is that you have to understand why you want something and if you really feel truly deserving of it, like at your most authentic core and subconscious level. Because if you, let's say you want, I don't know, like a really big fancy house. Well, do you want that because like your soul desires it? Like that's something that feels like really aligned with who you are authentically? Or do you want it because like you feel like insecure?
Your ego wants it.
Exactly. And really pulling back like the pain, shame, and programming of your childhood and asking yourself like, why do I want this? Like, why is this important to me? And I've been doing that. I've been doing a lot of her like online programs and so shout out to Lacey.
No, amazing. I need to look into it. Okay, so let's get into that. So you started the collection. You started HART Jewelry as like tassel
2016.
earrings. 2016.
Yes, I was living
tassel
in New York.
Earrings were all the effing rage though. You know, like let's not downplay tassel earrings.
Thank you. I started them. Really quick. I went to Vanderbilt.
Amazing.
I majored in Chinese and sociology. I lived in Shanghai for 6 years.
Okay.
While I was working in fashion over there. It was so fun. I had the best time, made friends from all over the world, traveled all over Asia. It was amazing and so like, I don't know, integral to like who I am today. And I actually am seeing friends later from my period there.
Aww.
And anywho, and while I was over there, I fell in love with tassel earrings. Like I found these tassels and I started making them. Fast forward, I moved to New York and I was working at Milk Studios in their in-house creative agency. And it was like truly it was a very hard job. And I think I was way over my skis. I didn't know what I was doing. I think I talked a big game when I was in the interview process.
And then you got the job and you're like, what the fuck am I doing here? Yeah.
No, literally like David Beckham was my client.
Stop.
Yes. And my boss was like, so we need some hardcore data analytics about David Beckham's, all of his digital presence. And like, you need to present this strategy, like fly to London. And I was like, okay.
You're like,
and
I just want to make tassel earrings.
No, my boss was really hard. And I was definitely not qualified. I tried my best, but I did learn a lot from that experience. And long story short, I got fired.
Okay.
Okay. I'm like an overachiever. I've never been fired from anything from my life, but clearly the universe had different plans for me. Oh, and meanwhile, while I was miserable at my job, I was making my earrings like in my little tiny apartment in Chelsea, and my friends were buying them from me. And so I was like, all right, this is my time. I'm going to go to build up this like earring business.
Good for you.
And so like 3 weeks later, I got my visa and I flew to Shanghai because I knew people over there who could help me make them. And I was like, I'm going to be the Warby Parker of tassel earrings, or like the Away suitcases of tassel earrings, like completely crazy.
Like delusional about the need for tassel earrings.
I will say though, they are like a stud or a pearl, where they are like a classic.
You're like going back
like
on
simple,
it now.
You're like, we still have a few on our website, I think. Yeah. But you know what? Like, it worked. I sold like 100,000 pairs.
Insane.
For like, I was immediately in the green. I was living at my parents' house, like doing everything myself.
How did you market it? Like, how were you getting the word out?
So this was 2016. It was Instagram. It was like when I could send, it was before everybody was like jaded and expensive. It was like I could send something to an influencer and she would be stoked about it. I think this was even before like affiliate marketing, I think. Anyway.
And someone would just wear it and it would be so exciting.
Yeah, it took off.
Yeah.
And I also think it was very like authentic, and I wrote every email, like I did all the customer service. But after a while, I like going back to alignment, like I was like, this is getting boring. Like there's only so much I can say about a tassel earring. And personally, like I had met my husband, we were going to get married. I was like having like big thoughts about life and like growing up and who do I want to be. And I thought, okay, why, like I really wanted my business to reflect like my own personal work and like my bigger thoughts, just more than a, you know, what
than
color
just
rayon.
a product.
And so, and then also jewelry for me, and just historically for ages, has always been about self-expression. And I'm obsessed with antique and vintage jewelry, and what is it from the different eras, like from a Roman coin to like a Victorian memento mori skull. It's always been about connecting people to a higher power, or something that they cherish, or a person that they've lost. And I was really fascinated by just the layers of soulfulness, and I didn't have that with like the earrings and just like these little bracelets. So and then on a more like just superficial end, I was really obsessed with Jean Damas. You know, like who isn't? Like so hot, so stylish. And she kept on wearing this coin necklace. Like I would, every picture. And I was like, okay, I really want one of these. So I started looking around, and I couldn't find anything that wasn't a few $1,000s that was solid gold. And then on the other end of the spectrum, there was like cheap jewelry that would tarnish immediately, that looked mass manufactured and soulless.
Yeah.
And
did
so
not align with your.
No. And so and then this kind of light bulb went off in my head. I'm like, this is a white space. Like this is a business. Why is there nothing in between like 14 karat solid gold, heirloom, you know, fine jewelry and Pandora or whatever is on the other side. I'm not going to like trash other fashion brands, but like, and so I started learning about how gold plated jewelry is made, how I could do it better. And that's kind of how it began.
It's amazing. So how many years was it just the earrings?
2.5. My first like charm custom jewelry experience was in August of 2019. So 6 years ago. And I was actually pregnant with my daughter, and I didn't know it.
Oh my God.
I know. So I've been doing this type of jewelry for 6 years.
Wow. You guys, I don't know about you, but I'm usually the type to put off the doctor. It gives me anxiety. Sometimes ignorance is bliss. And I know that I shouldn't do that, but it's just my truth. And it feels like there are two camps of people. There are some people who are really proactive in their health, and they want to know everything that's going on inside their bodies and go to the doctor regularly. And then there are the people who tend to put it off, like me, and it feels like a scary chore, and they feel fine going on about their lives, not necessarily knowing what's going on inside. And I don't really want to be that person anymore. I don't want to be nervous going to the doctor. I don't want to be nervous about getting blood drawn or about knowing what's going on. It's been a really long time since I've had comprehensive lab work done, and I'm 40 years old now, and I've just had sort of like this moment, this clarity where I'm like, I really should know. It is selfish and I need to be proactive. So I'm proud to say I faced my anxiety and I finally did something about it. I chose Function Health because it's the only health platform that gives you access to the kind of data most people never get the chance to see and insights to actually know what to do next. And I am so relieved to say that the whole experience was so much easier than anticipated. I really don't like getting blood drawn. And again, like I don't always want to know everything, but with Function, you can test over 160 biomarkers, things like heart, hormones, inflammation, stress, toxins, things that are specific to you and your family history. And you can also get access to multi-region MRI and CAT scans. And everything is tracked over time in one secure place, making it so easy and accessible for you. What I was also so pleasantly surprised by was how easy the whole process was. There was a lab location literally 5 minutes away. I just scheduled it online, went in, and the blood draw was super simple and seamless. The nurse was so nice. She had everything ready to go, super organized. And honestly, now that I'm done, I feel excited. I feel empowered. I want to get this information. I want to take action. And like I said, especially even with my family history, it feels good to know I'm not guessing, and also good to be able to share with my family the things that I'm learning. What sets Function apart is that all your results are tracked over time so that you can actually see how your health evolves. The insights come directly from top doctors, and it could easily cost over $10,000 if you tried to do this testing on your own. But with Function, it's just $499 a year. That's $1.37 a day for the most comprehensive health data you can get your hands on. No weird incentives, no pushing medications or supplements, just unbiased, powerful data. I'm going back for my follow-up in the next few weeks. And until then, it's super easy to log into my Function dashboard and see all the information as it comes in. Check everything out. I'm genuinely so glad I did this. I really am. It's always been an area that's brought on a lot of stress, and I want to give myself a little pat on the back for going through with it, actually doing it. It feels like it will be the first time in a really long time that I'm getting a full picture of what's going on inside my body. So I don't know. I think that's something that everyone deserves, whether you're young, old, healthy, or feeling like you want to get some health stuff taken care of or looked at. Knowing your numbers is empowering and reassuring and even feels liberating. You can learn more and join using my link, www.functionhealth.com/withwhit. The first 1,000 people to sign up will get a $100 credit toward their membership. Again, that's functionhealth.com/withwhit with code WITHWHIT100 at sign up to own your own health. Okay, so talk to me now what a day looks like for you, and like walking into your office and what that looks like. And
no one's ever asked me this question before. I'm so excited.
Okay, good.
Let's see. I mean, I wake up, the girls get to school. Usually I go work out in the morning.
Yeah.
I either work out at home or I go to like a Pilates like strength class. I'm usually in the office by 10.
Okay.
I used to feel really bad about that, but now I'm like, I need that time to either work out or like walk my dogs or see a friend.
Like center yourself before you have to be on and like perform for the rest of the day. Yeah, that makes sense.
And then 10, so my office is not too far from my house. And we have a 5,000 square foot office now in the heart of downtown.
And you're making everything there?
We're assembling online orders there.
Okay.
So if an order comes in, we have like 3 or 4 full-time assemblers who are like putting the necklace together or bracelet together for people. We also ship everything from that headquarters.
Got it.
There's a wall down the middle so that we have operations and fulfillment on one side and then marketing and like HR and all that other stuff on the other side. Mm-hmm. And I'm generally in a lot of meetings. I'm technically, I guess, like the chief creative officer, but I'm like, I don't know what
these things are.
Yeah.
I know, but
so I'm just going from design to marketing to branding to, it's very collaborative. I'm in a lot of meetings. I'm hardly at my desk anymore. Like, I don't even feel like I need a desk. I'm just like
moving around, seeing what's going on.
Yeah. I'm very like collaborative, and I love to just talk to my employees and just, I feel like if I have to sit down and do work, like build like a pitch deck or something, or I don't know, work on designs with my designer. I like to do that at home because I get distracted at the office. And I'm usually there until 4:30, 5, and then come home and hang out with my kids and walk my dogs, and I'm in bed by like 9.
Yeah. But do you feel like now you're like living your dream? Like,
yeah.
Yes, you
do. I had a pinch me moment yesterday.
You did? Tell me about it.
I mean, it was just, I don't know. It's like, I think little Hart would be so proud. And I mean, just flying here and, I'm staying at this beautiful hotel and I'm seeing you. And I took the afternoon off to go vintage shopping. Oh. By the way, I went to Scout.
Oh my God, you did? Yes. Scout's so good.
So good.
So good. We were talking about boutique shopping in LA. I was talking with my girlfriends, like, there's nowhere to boutique shop in LA. Charleston has really cute shops, so much charm. Los Angeles, it's like, where did people tell you to go? They told you to go to Scout. And like, what are the spots you feel like you have to go when you come here?
When I mean, it was truly Scout. And then I honestly, I just went up and down Melrose.
Yeah.
I disagree. I feel like LA has amazing shopping and Charleston is okay.
Well, I guess so it's a different style. Right. I guess I would say if I had to choose between LA and Charleston, like Los Angeles definitely has a different style and there's a lot more. But I more mean like, I don't know, women's fashion. We're having a bit of like a weird boutique recession situation where like women aren't going into I think women really want to go in and be shopping now, but there's like not enough boutiques or places for us to shop.
I hear what you're saying. I think we're craving that curation more than ever before.
And experience. Yes,
for sure. Like I feel so overwhelmed about like I've never bought anything on like Nordstrom, for example. I can't. Like,
no.
I'd much rather go. I love like an independent boutique that can, be like, these are the best jeans. And like, there's definitely a few of those in Charleston that have that perspective.
Where you can trust that. Yeah. That curation. I know.
But I love retail. We have 2 stores. So I love shopping in person. I'm such a big believer that that's like the future of the business. We have an amazing retail experience. It begins with the charm jewelry. So we do have on our website, like you can drag and drop and build your necklace on our website. It's wonderful. It works great. But I just don't think you can beat the experience of building something in person. And because the jewelry is so meaningful and personal, and we offer a lot of different pendants and charms and different chain styles, we're also incredibly flexible in our edit. So like, I'm so proud of the fact that like you could walk in and get something that fits your style, and then like someone who is very different or a completely different generation can walk in and get something that suits their style. Like I'm really proud of like that flexibility within the range. That said, but because we offer so much, I think it can be a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
So our stores are this sacred, happy place that like people can come in and just be welcomed. And, hospitality is always first. Like we train our employees, like your number one job is to make people feel better when they leave than when they came in. That's it. And if you sell something in between, great. Like we don't operate on commission. It's just really about, and we also hire like our number one quality that we look for in our retail employees is emotional intelligence. Yes. Just being able to read the room.
Know if a person wants the help and the guidance versus not. Like it's so important.
Totally.
Yeah.
Or also like be genuinely curious. So let's say they pick out like the dog bone charm. We're going to ask you about your dog. Yeah. Not in like some phony way, but like, and when I pop into the stores every now and then, like we're trading dog pictures. We're like, crying about the dog that we had to put down like 3 weeks ago. Like it's just, you connect in such this real level. Another cool thing is women and men usually like to come in with friends. Like that's something that's been really touching. It's been a very social experience. And, so yeah, we're bullish on retail.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, I had the experience of building my own necklace with you when we were in Texas at the IRL. Yeah. And I will say, like, I would never have been able, I think, to make such a cool necklace or to see all the options or to understand like what it was I was putting together without that experience.
Right.
I'm not to say that I can't still pick it out online. Yeah, of course. But it was so cool. It was so cool to like see and touch everything. Yeah. And then also to be able to chat with you about each thing I chose, like the little, I remember I chose like the little martini glass. I get
heart.
So many compliments on the necklace.
You.
The cracked heart with the little stones, the martini glass.
I forgot what else you got. You probably got some
I should have
letters.
worn it today. Yeah. But okay, charm necklaces, charm jewelry has been something that's, I feel like a part of women's life forever. Like I grew up looking at my grandma's necklace with her. She had a charm of each of her grandchildren. Aww. And I was like, oh my God, I'm totally going to have that one day. Yes. And then Timmy, when I met Timmy, he told me every year for Christmas, his mom had a charm bracelet. And every year for Christmas, he would go get his mom a new charm for her bracelet. So sweet. So I like, it's just such a nostalgic, meaningful thing. And I love that you've actually made it like fashionable and cool and cute.
That means the world to me that you said that. Like, I also agree. Like, there's been iterations of charm necklaces and bracelets like throughout the decades, and I just they're always going to be chic and cool,
always and personal.
Yes. And I definitely think they're having a bit of a moment right now. But to me, like when I design, I think about what is timeless. Can I wear this in 10 years? Yeah, that is like to me the number one thing. Is like I never want to be trendy. I always want to just create these modern heirlooms that people are going to have and love and just feel really great in. Oh, another really cool thing about the stores is it enables our customers to come in and do what we call a refresh. Okay. So let's say you had your necklace that I made for you, but you're like, I think I want to switch things up. Like, we can take it apart for you because all of the jump rings that we use to attach the charms to the chain, they can come apart. They're super sturdy, but you can open and close them. Okay. And then you can move things around. So like, you're like, let's say I want like the cracked heart on like a long necklace, then we can move it for you. And it's like, I want to create like sustainability and like, I don't want to make garbage. Completely. I don't want to make something that you're just going to buy and wear for a year or two. Redesign or rework it. Yeah, and so I love that. Whether it's like, I don't know, somebody wants to remove their boyfriend's initial because they broke up or like it could be anything or just switch it up. So it's really cool. Or like women will come in and add more, build over time. So having that like place where you can offer a place where women and men can come in and like have the necklace or bracelet like grow with them completely instead of being this like static thing completely. One of the things I'm obsessed with right now are long necklaces. Obsessed. So a lot of our customers already have like the short necklace like, and you have one too, but I'm just obsessed with the long, and I also feel like it's really trending. I don't know if you saw like Chloe's
all fall the pendant runway. Necklaces, all of it,
and long,
right? And wearing it with whatever, right? Like it's just being like a staple in your wardrobe.
Totally, yes. And like you can move a charm off of one of your necklaces or buy a new one, slide it over the chain. And
tell me what's on yours. I'm obsessed. There's like this one with all these chopped up diamonds that I'm looking at.
Oh, so this one is not mine. This is what I call this a constellation cluster. And so what I mean by that is like, it's a long necklace and all these different charms. You can slide them on, you can slide them off. Some of them are heart charms. Some of them are not. So these are just like, I got this in Thailand.
So pretty.
This is an antique I found at a vintage store.
Love it.
This is our matchstick.
Oh, I think I have your matchstick on my necklace. I love the matchstick. It's so cute.
Thank you. And then this is our Vesta case. One of our Vesta cases. There's some fun stories behind this. Ooh. And then this is like a little pearl. So
cute.
And then, let's say one day I just wanted to have something simple. Like even you could just do like, I don't know, the pearl by itself.
Completely.
Or so it just
just the coral or
right. Yeah. And it's just like a chill throw on and go look that I'm really obsessed with, like over a slip dress, over a sweater, like
white t-shirt and jeans, like literally anything.
So I'm trying to encourage people to like mix and match, and like it doesn't have to be my charm, like get a vintage locket, slide it on, like it's all about self-expression. Completely. And like just the funkier the better. Like put a weird key on it. Like I don't care. Totally. Like something like a little tchotchke from like your kid made you. Like I just love that like eclecticness. So
I love that.
Long necklaces.
Okay, so in looking back, like since 2016, has there been something like a lesson that you've learned or like a mantra that you've told yourself over and over when you like hit hard times? Is there anything that you like will tell yourself over and over in order to like get yourself through it? Because I feel like as founders, we have to be the ones to like pick ourselves up, you know, and like drive everything forward. Right. So what's like the mantra that gets you through when you feel like you need that push to keep going?
What is for you won't go by you. In other words, like if something is supposed to happen, it's going to happen. I also really believe in like, you know, redirection, not rejection. I think there's been a lot of experiences where, you know, we think we're going to do some sort of partnership and then it falls through. And I genuinely I'm like, thank you, universe, for that. Like, I trust that it just wasn't the right time or whatever. And it was like, it's going to all work out the way it should. Completely. So I try to just keep focused on moving forward, trusting my intuition. That's another thing. I think like there's been situations where my intuition was going off like red sirens and I just ignored it and I should have known better. Yeah. What about you?
That's just like growing with age. No, completely. Yeah. I think for me, God, I mean, my biggest issue is just like staying consistent. Like I'll have like all of these ideas and want to do a million things, but I just like can't stay consistent. So for me, I'll have to like really quiet my mind and just go back to like, what is the goal here? And like, how can I simplify things to like make it make sense for me, you know? 100%. I think that I'll like spiral. And so I'm always just trying to like bring it back down to what is reality and like, what are just these thoughts in my head, 100%. You know?
Yeah. I think we're very similar that way. Like I just have so many ideas or different directions or for creative or for, I mean, I have like 1,000 charm ideas.
Right. But that's what we need people in our lives to bring us back down to earth and like keep us on a schedule.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So I think, I agree that just the North Star is so important. And that was another thing I think with like the brand that's been really helpful from a business perspective. And if I could give anybody like good business advice is to really articulate like what your brand stands for. Like, what is that filter through which everything is going to be put through? Completely. Like from the way you style your campaigns to the copywriting to the influencers you partner with. Like, and to us, that's like when I defined it, it was such an unlock because we had that North Star, but it was also great because our team is really big now. We have like 30 full-time salaried employees plus another 50 part-time people. And just to have that North Star that everybody knows, it's just more efficient.
Completely. You have to know who you're selling to. I think that if you have like a product-based company, completely. I think that, and sometimes I'll be like, but I want to reach everyone, you know? Right. And then it's like,
it's hard because we are multi-generational brand. Like I love the fact that a 70-year-old woman can come into my store and get a necklace to honor all of her grandchildren. You know, and also like a college girl could come in and get a $40 cord and a little charm on it and also feel really sparkly and, you know, and feeling really empowered.
Completely. Or like a 16-year-old come getting like a best friend necklace for her. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Your product can appeal.
It can, but you have to have that. That's why I think the brand focus is so important. So so my brand message, at least just internally, we call it Memento Mori and martinis.
I love it.
So basically you have think of two, like a Venn diagram. So on one circle we have Memento Mori, which means to remember that you're going to die. Life is short. It's sacred. Like you never know when your last day is, to live it to the fullest. And having a lot of reverence there and spirituality. And on the other circle is martinis, which is just shorthand for like, have fun, live it up, don't take things too seriously. And then where they overlap is our brand. So we're Memento Mori and martinis. So we want to inspire people to be both, but we don't want to be like too woo-woo and too like crunchy.
Yeah.
But we also don't want to be like overly hedonistic where we ignore the important, you know, sacred moments of life.
Right.
And so we're right in the middle.
I
and like
love
we
that.
put everything through that filter from design to whatever copy. And what's really fascinating is like some of our best-selling charms are hit both of those. So like we sell a lot of the martini and we also sell a lot of our memento mori, which I have. It has like a skull and crossbones.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And that's probably just because, not even for any specific purpose, like you're pushing those, but that's just because it's the essence of the brand. It's just like as organic as that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What practices like keep you grounded through all the ups and downs of running a company and being a mom and all the things?
The most important thing I want to highlight is like not feeling guilty about doing them and really prioritizing them. So it's journaling, it's seeing my girlfriends, it's, you know, cooking healthy food. It's exercise is a must for me. I'm like a dog. Like I have to like be run.
Yeah.
Every now and then else,
like
I'm
all
like,
this energy.
like I have to get out of here.
Yeah.
You know, it's like connecting in nature. Like, you know, putting my phone away is huge. But I think for me, and I'm sure you feel this way too, like as a working mom, like I work really hard. And when I'm working, I feel guilty that I'm not with my kids. And when I'm with my kids, I feel guilty that I'm not working. And the last year or so, I've really done some work around, or like just some thoughts and journaling about like, why do I feel that way? And being more selfish, for a lack of a better word, and being like, actually the long-term creative health of the business rests on my creative health and my mental health. And so like, I need to prioritize that. And so to me, like I think a huge thing has been on Wednesday afternoons, I finish work at 12 and on Fridays I don't come in. And sometimes I check in, sometimes there might be a meeting. And those days are for me to like paint. I love painting.
Amazing.
Like host a dinner party. I love hosting, gardening, like being with my girls, like taking them to the beach. Like, and I do not feel guilty about it anymore because like that is to me like my reset. And I'm realizing like as the creative and spiritual engine of the brand, like I have to protect that. So it's more about the mindset, not necessarily, to me, the mindset shift has been the most powerful thing. And it's less about like, I need, you know, it's this amount of journaling or whatever.
Completely. It's just the fact, I'm so with you. Life comes in waves, busy seasons, long days, endless to-do lists all over the place. And even in the most loving, committed relationships, keeping intimacy alive can feel like a challenge. By the time we get to bed, a lot of us are just wiped and don't want to think about anything other than being cozy and falling asleep. This is where Aria comes in. Think of Aria as your personal concierge for your life. Aria ignites connection and intimacy by alleviating the shame and guesswork for couples who want more from their relationship but don't necessarily know where to start. It takes away a lot of the pressure by giving couples simple, inspiring ways to connect and rediscover each other. Aria does all the heavy lifting for you, the research, the education, and the inspiration. So instead of stressing about what to try, you can just enjoy the experience together. Aria is about helping couples reignite curiosity, excitement, and even that falling in love energy again. What I love most is that Aria is discreet, approachable, and built for real life, because it's not always that we're too tired for intimacy. Sometimes we just need a little spark of inspiration or a new box of tools. We already use technology to make other parts of our lives easier: fitness, meditation, therapy. So why not our relationships too? Sexual wellness isn't just a trend in big cities. Couples everywhere are using Aria to strengthen their connection. Bring the spark back to your relationship by trying something new and visit aria.fyi/withwit for 15% off your first month. That's aria.fyi/withwit for 15% off your first month. Meet Sous Vide, your new personal chef that makes dinner time so simple. Sous Vide is a smart countertop oven that also pairs with a flexible meal delivery service, and it truly takes so much stress out of planning, prepping, and cooking. Here's how it works. Sous Vide has built-in refrigeration, so you can load your ingredients in the morning, set the time you want to eat, and come home to a hot, home-cooked meal ready and waiting. We've had so many fewer takeout nights since sous vide arrived in our kitchen. Timmy's loving it. The oven itself is compact but mighty. It makes plenty of food and has over 15 cooking modes, including an air fry, steam, broil, roast, and more. Everything comes out cooked to perfection, whether you're making one of their chef-prepared meals or experimenting with your own recipes. You can choose from over 50 chef-prepared balanced meals, and new ones drop every week. From comforting classics like teriyaki salmon to fresh new favorites, everything is designed to be delicious and easy. It's like having a personal chef in the kitchen who knows exactly when and how you want dinner ready. Right now, you can get 16 free meals with your order. Plus, sous vide offers a 100-day risk-free trial. Stop spending hours in the kitchen or a fortune on delivery. Go to sousvide.com/withwit. That's SUVIE.com/withwit to get started. Save time, eat better with sous vide. So I am now majorly someone who is trying to stay on top of my health, but obviously always in a balanced way, right? Moderation, even in moderation. Sometimes though, keeping up with the vitamins, the green powders, the supplements, all of it, it's just like so overwhelming. It's so much. I cannot tell you how excited I was when I first tried Grunes. Grunes are not your average multivitamin. Grunes are a convenient, comprehensive formula packed into a snack pack a day. This isn't a multivitamin greens gummy or a prebiotic. It's all of those things and then some at a fraction of the price. And bonus, it tastes great and it's a gummy. Instead of juggling a cabinet full of bottles, you get 20 plus vitamins and minerals, 60 nutrient dense ingredients, plus 6 grams of prebiotic fiber all in one. For some context, that's 3 times the fiber of the leading greens powders and more than 2 cups of broccoli. Grunes ingredients are backed by over 35,000 research publications, and unlike most generic multivitamins that only give you 7 to 9 vitamins, Grunes goes way beyond, supporting everything from gut health and immunity to energy, recovery, beauty, and cognition. And one fun fact is that they are more bioavailable in gummy form. Didn't even know that was a thing, but your body can actually absorb and use the nutrients more effectively. I've been eating them daily. Sunny's been eating the kids' ones daily, and it feels like a relief knowing I'm finally covering all of my bases in the easiest, tastiest way possible. So if you are looking for one wellness routine that you'll actually look forward to, I cannot recommend Grunes enough. Visit grunes.co and use code WITHWIT at checkout for up to 52% off your first order. That's grunes.co and use code WITHWIT for up to 52% off your first order. I know the things that will make me feel better, but it's just it's actually letting yourself do them. Right. That is like the full release. I feel like there's so many misconceptions about jewelry and like 14 karat versus waterproof versus plated, all these things. And like we're being told all these names, but like I don't really understand what they all mean or like how much they're supposed to cost or like what we should actually be buying. So talk to me about that.
Okay. I'm so happy to talk to you about this because there are so many misconceptions floating around on the internet right now about what jewelry is waterproof or tarnish proof. And I get served a lot of ads for like waterproof jewelry. So let me pull back a moment.
Yes.
You've got, on one hand, you have solid gold jewelry.
Yes.
You know, it's pure gold. That is if you want to have a piece of jewelry that's never going to tarnish, you never want to take it off, you don't want to think twice about it, you should be investing in solid gold. Okay. That said, it's very expensive, especially even more so now with the cost of gold going up. It's also just like it's just not attainable for everybody. Or like, if this necklace was solid gold,
it would be so insanely expensive.
It would cost a fortune. And I love to have fun with my jewelry. And I really believe that women or men, everyone deserve better than what's going on in the market right now. So on the other end of the spectrum is like fashion jewelry or costume jewelry. So that means that you have a base metal and then it's plated with gold. So there's really no such thing as waterproof or tarnish proof jewelry unless you're solid gold.
Right.
So
those are just marketing terms then.
Yeah. And if you go to their web, because I was curious when I got those ads, I'm like, this is interesting. What technology is this? Like, I'd like to know so I can offer this to my customers.
Right.
I mean, so I should back up and say, like, everything I know about jewelry, I learned like through YouTube, through visiting the factories themselves and talking to the people who make my jewelry.
So HART Jewelry is gold-plated fashion jewelry.
Yes, it is gold-plated fashion jewelry. And we do not offer solid 14 karat gold jewelry. Maybe one day we will. We do get requests from our customers, but it's just going to be a whole nother supply chain that I can't mentally, emotionally handle right now.
Like a whole fine department of HART Jewelry.
Yes.
Maybe one day.
Right.
Yes.
So what is gold plating? Let's just start there. So gold plating means that you take a piece of like a base metal. It could be silver. It could be brass. It could be a really cheap alloy, which is like a blend of like a bunch of just shady metals together. And you plate it in gold, and you do that with like an electromagnetic bath. It's like it looks like a giant bathtub that you dip the metal in. And the longer that the metal stays in the bath, the more gold goes on top of it.
Okay.
So there's different levels of gold. So a really great standard for gold plating, like a really heavy layer of gold, is like 100 mils or 2.5 microns. I don't want to like bore you too much with that, but that's a lot. And we use 80 mils, which is very close to those standards. But on the average though, and I'm not going to like name names, but on average, a really nice fashion jewelry brand out of New York, they use 30 mils. And I know this because we use the same plating factory in Rhode Island. So 30 is like considered a lovely standard. It's great. We use 80. Number 2 is when the base metal. So like I said, we use brass. And what brass does is it gives our jewelry a heft. Like I'm sure your necklace like has a bit of weight to it, which I love.
I like that too.
When you go into like a big kind of a, I don't know, let's say you go into J. Crew and you pick up a statement necklace. It's literally lightweight. It's probably because it's an alloy. So that's another thing that we don't compromise on. We could cast ours in an alloy, but instead we want brass. The more premium fashion brands, they use something called vermeil. So vermeil is when silver is the base metal and you plate on top of silver. So for a while I was actually I was considering using silver as the base metal because I'm like, that seems nice. But I kept going through this loop in my mind where I'm like, if we're going to plate it in gold, why would I use silver? Because then I would have to charge people more. And I don't see the point.
Would it not look and feel so much nicer? Is the difference just like not as much as big enough to make a difference?
It's pretty minimal. And I was really kind of I was confused by this because again, I'm not an expert. The things that I know, like I never went to jewelry school. So what I did was I went to our manufacturers and I asked them, I'm like, is there a reason why should I use vermeil? Like all these other brands are using vermeil. And all of them told me that it doesn't hold the gold plating better, and you can get just as much detail out of brass when you're casting it and stuff. So I'm like, well, this makes sense. Like, why would this means that I can charge less and like offer a more attainable price for these beautiful pieces. But that said, maybe someone just wants silver underneath because it's like a higher perceived value or something.
But totally.
Anyway, if you think about gold plating, what it is, it's almost like putting like a really thick layer of nail polish on. And so the thicker it is, the more resistant it is to tarnishing.
Completely.
Whereas like if you're doing a really thin layer of gold, it's going to tarnish really quickly. And a big shortcut to look out for when you're buying fashion jewelry as well is if it has like a lacquery kind of shiny look to it, that's called an e-coat. And an e-coat is what a lot of brands do, including very expensive ones that position themselves as premium. Well, they'll do a flash plate. So they'll do like a really thin layer of gold, like 15 mils of gold instead of 80 or 100. And then they'll put this like clear varnish over it. That's like a protective layer. And the reason why I don't like that is because, well, I just feel like it's cheating.
Yeah.
And number 2, and it's appropriate for some things. I'll go back to that. But it's number 2 is that it has like a kind of varnishy lacquered plastic look to it. Whereas like I love the look of patina and how it can like soften over time. So those are the things to look out for is the thickness of the gold, the base metal, and whether or not it has an e-coat.
Yeah.
Integrity is like so important to me, and like just thinking about the efficacy of the product. Like, and really that has been our sweet spot, is like just making things that really, really last.
That really last and are good quality. And now I'm dying to know the jewelry brands, the fashion
jewelry
brands that are not doing a good job.
Off the record.
Okay, good. Have you ever, I'm so curious, like you do obviously mostly gold. Like I feel like silver was a trend, is a trend. How do you feel like, because your jewelry is not trend driven, you know?
No.
So what do you do when it comes to like
incorporating a trend?
Incorporating trends. Yeah.
Yeah.
More just like in your charms, probably.
I should probably try harder by getting more trends. To me, like our campaigns are really about like personal style and how you wear it. And so an example of a trend is I've noticed a lot more like bezel diamond drops or an earring. So these are going to be coming out in September.
I'm obsessed
Aren't they
with
fun?
those.
I know, they're so cute.
I'm obsessed with those.
So we incorporate trend pieces like we did like a lot of shell jewelry this summer.
Yeah.
We also sell a lot of cords, so like a trending color, you can put it on a cord. But for the most part, like trends are moving so quickly and they're inherently disposable, and really like my focus is to make long-lasting, soulful, personalized jewelry. And I think the way you wear it can be the trend.
Completely.
So like maybe like I was obsessed with anklets this summer, or you know, you want to do more like a maximalist look, or
or like the big pendant on the long necklace. No, I'm so with you.
That's a perfect example.
Yeah.
Like the long necklace I think is going to be trending, and I'm like, okay, well let's like shoot more of that, but we don't actually have to like start from scratch and create a whole new product. We already have a long chain. It's just like how you wear it.
It's so true. So it's just how you style it.
Yeah.
I don't really believe in like trend driven companies anyways. Like that's one of the reasons why I wanted to have you on, was because how much you care about the quality, the artistry, and that it's not just like this flash in the pan business, like this marketing company. It's really about the integrity of the product. I know so much of your core collection is the charms, the charm necklaces and that jewelry, but I know that you've been focusing so much on designing more like everyday essential pieces.
Right.
Talk to me about that.
Yeah. So our like just how the North Star for the brand is like the Memento Mori and martinis. The filter for our product is like long lasting, high quality, like timeless with a twist. The more I've been in the business, the more I realize that there's still a gap in the market for other pieces of jewelry that hit all those marks.
Completely.
And I love how classic and timeless the charm necklace is, but a lot of our customers already have one, or, you know, how do we help them build their entire jewelry wardrobe following that ethos? And so we're coming out with these beautiful earrings.
I'm obsessed with those.
We have our tennis necklaces have been such a hit.
Tennis necklaces are coming back big time.
And ours are amazing quality. They're $250 up to like $400. And I'm telling you, they're so good.
I need to
We sell so many beautiful gemstones. Like I flew to India personally to like get all the gemstones and like bring them back. They're all strung in the US. We sell a lot of pearls. We want to build out those jewelry essentials like in other departments, or in other categories.
Amazing.
Yeah. So I'm really excited. Lots of really amazing drops coming this fall.
Okay, fun. All right. And then you were also saying before, you were telling me about a possible new retail space.
Yeah.
Yes. So what's happening there?
I'm so excited. We are doing a 6-month residency in New York.
Amazing.
In Nolita.
That's going to be so amazing. We did like a little pop-up with my gummy brand, High Confectionery. We did it in Nolita as well.
Nice.
And it is such a great location.
I love it.
Like such a great community crowd, like people walking around excited to be having like IRL experiences.
Yes.
It's a good vibe.
I'm really excited. I can't wait. And it's going to be like a beautiful jewel box and bring that experience.
Oh my God,
we're also Please do. And then we're also trying to open more stores in Texas.
Okay.
Yeah. So that we have our eyes on Texas. And
so retail's like a big next chapter for you.
It is. I mean, like, we love it. It's been very good to us. We find that it's a way to like really connect with the customer, hear her story. It's not transactional and it's fun. Like, I think it's I mean, it definitely can be hard sometimes, but
I think retail's coming back.
There's a higher average order value at the stores. And in some ways it's more profitable because Facebook and Meta ads are so expensive now. There's so much noise. So I could go on and on about
I know.
retail.
It's a way to like have something of your own.
Yes.
Completely.
Your own platform.
Completely.
Yeah.
Okay. So before I let you go, let's do some fun rapid fires.
Okay.
A charm that describes your life right now.
Oh my gosh. That's a good, wow. Okay. Let me think about this. I have to say it's the memento mori. It's right here. It has a skull on the front, and then it has topaz stones in the eyes, and then on the back or whatever side you wear it on, it says memento mori, which means to remember death. And it really is like how I live my life. Like a few years ago, I lost one of my best friends to cancer. It was horrific, and I think about her constantly. And it was such like, I'm really grateful for that, her friendship and how long I had her, and she opened my eyes to just like, life is so short, and like I don't take any moment for granted. I really think every day is a gift, and that is how I live my life. So I would have to say memento mori.
Memento mori, love that. Your go-to piece of jewelry you never take off.
It's been these earrings.
I'm obsessed with those earrings.
So I have really sensitive ears. Like, I have a nickel allergy. Usually if I put in like a non-solid gold costume earring, my ear like blows up and it's itchy, but these have been unreal, and it's a heart-shaped CZ. So
I love that.
Thank you.
Okay, and those are launching this fall.
Yeah, sometime in September.
Okay, fun. Yay. A favorite creative ritual when you're designing?
Wow, that's so I would say to sketch as much as possible.
Okay.
Like, if I have some ideas, like I'll draw a pendant like 50 times over and over and over again. So I would say that, just to have that like point of view, and just even if like the next iteration of the sketch only changes a little bit, the way my creative process, like when designing, I have a technical jewelry designer to help me. Before I didn't. I was flying by the seat of my pants. And one of the things that I'm trying to do is make our jewelry look more fine, more expensive. Like, how do I make this look more expensive than it actually is, and have those fine jewelry details? And I thought, wait, I should just hire like a fine jewelry designer to help me figure this out.
That has like the technique.
So I found somebody in New York. She's amazing. And by day she works for Tiffany, and at night she works for you.
She like moonlights as a HART jeweler.
And so whenever we're like going back and forth about like, should we do this bezel or this setting, and I'm like, well, what would you do at Tiffany? And she's like, well, we would do this. I'm like, okay, we're doing that.
Yeah. Amazing.
So like every collection just gets better and better and better because of her. So
I love that. Like, sourcing where you need, I think, is important, and owning a company and not having an ego. Knowing where you need the help, like knowing what you're good at and where you need some support is so important.
So much imposter syndrome about like, I would be like, I'm not a jewelry designer. Like, I'm not a designer. And I'm like,
how could I even have a jewelry brand?
Yeah. But I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm doing the thing.
You're doing it.
Also,
no one can do it on their own.
And a lot of creative fashion designers, like, they have technical support, and jewelry is so complicated and technical, and I'm really happy to have her support. And I don't have an ego in it. I'm like, that's an amazing idea. Like,
completely.
Let's do that. Like,
you can have the vision, and someone else can have the technique, and that doesn't make you not the designer or an artist,
less worthy or whatever.
Yeah, but I'm the same. When I had my clothing line, like, I didn't have any technical training. I just like did it through like figuring it out, like talk to the manufacturers, like figured it all out on my own. But I had the same kind of imposter syndrome. Like, I don't deserve a fashion show, or I don't deserve,
why do we have
this big order. It's so annoying.
I know.
Dream person you'd love to see wearing HART?
I have a few. I would say the first one would be Jane Birkin.
Yeah,
for sure. She's my style icon.
The best. So classic.
Yeah.
Just like can't go wrong. Like, any picture you see her in,
any of like the kind of eclectic cool girl style icon like Chloe Sevigny, Alexa Chung, Sienna Miller.
Love it.
Like all those cool girls.
Yeah.
Like I think that would probably be my and Mick Jagger. Like if I would die. Like
love that.
Like any sort of Rolling Stone, like on like the 7 pictures of him on stage in the 70s and 80s on, you know, just wearing the long necklaces and rocking out, like that. So those
have
people.
you tried to design custom ones for any of those people yet?
No, I think
that's like your first step, right? But
I'm so true.
I'm the same.
Like, why not?
We have all these dreams, and we're like, oh wait, I could actually try and do that.
The step to do it.
Yeah.
And like, why not? Like, why not? You know,
Chloe said, I literally like one of my sister's best friends is very close friends with Chloe Sevigny. Like, you just have to put it out there.
Okay.
I can get the necklace to her. Okay. So that's what we have to just act on these things, guys.
We do.
Like, these dreams are attainable. This has been so much fun.
It was so fun. I feel like I could talk to you all day.
Same. We're going to be friends. Okay. Everyone should visit shophart.com and use code WIT15 at checkout for 15% off your first purchase and free shipping over $150. That's shophart.com and use code WIT15 for 15% off your first order and free shipping over $150.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Tell us where we can find you.
You can find me on Instagram at HART, H-A-R-T, Hagerty.
Yeah, okay.
It's a lot. I know, it's my full name.
Yeah.
HARTHUGUET I'm sure if you typed in Hart, something will come up.
You'll find it. Yeah.
And then I'm also on Substack.
Amazing.
At Hart Hagerty, and our website is Shop Hart. We have a store in Charleston, Nashville, and 12 South, and then hopefully New York will be up and ready in November. So thank you so much.